together for say we want you. Thank you, yeah. Papa, thank you, yeah.
It's Epic Radio, so refreshing.
For tell you thank you. Oh, Lord.
Hey, it's your station. Anywhere, it's on. Epic Radio, 99.3 FM. So refreshing.
Thank you, yeah. Thank you, yeah. We'll get it here today. For saying thank you, yeah.
Hey, it's your station. Anywhere, and it's on. Epic Radio, 99.3 FM. So refreshing.
It's cool.
It's cool. It's on here.
24/7 hits.
Good morning and welcome to the Epic Morning Show that comes to you live here on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, and today is Tuesday, 12th of December 2023. I'm Mohammed Jawajan. Now this morning on the show, we will talk about the money crisis where banks tend to face and how devastating that could be as we try for transition or phase out the old loans and go to the new loans. But first things first, we'll talk about a message of motivation, and then straight in we'll come and take a conversation, plus a lot more that is also set for come in the show later. Live by the standard way you'd expect or demand from other people. That's very important. Some people expect everybody around them for live or operate by a certain standard. I mean, even the expectations we sometimes we get about we government. Sometimes we own personal life, we not even meet their expectation in this, but we expect other people for meet their expectation day. So for example, you go beat you picking for laying on course, but notoriously you get all the latest course then you want. And so who do you think that picking the copy? Most likely not you, because you are a very influential figure in life. So it just comes to that. If you want to let somebody be serious, you also get for be serious. So sometimes when they talk about leading by example, now that they really they mean for lead by example. So it means say if you want let people be honest, let people be transparent, let people be professional, you need for be an embodiment of all of those things. They need for see and pay you, they need for see you do them, and then go treat you that kind of way they, and then go reciprocate and not say, oh, if this person expect this standard, it'll already live by those standards. So if I interact with them, I can't do any less. And that's a very important point. I mean, for kids them where they grow up, a picking go on for be a lawyer or a doctor, if for example one of his parents them are one, and one of his parents are either lawyer or doctor, automatically growing up self it go feel inspired because in one for be like them. And so if you are raising your kids should aspire to be like you because of the good example way they set. Apart from the fact that you are the father, you know the father, but you are also a role model. You are also a figure where them will able to look up to and really be a good example to you and to everybody else with around you. So setting a good example really important. If they grumble about corruption, for example, in your workplace, are you the kind of person way honest, way straightforward, or you self also they turn corners and they do yuki, they add prices for make you self chap something. And so if you do that kind of thing in your office or other side where they work, then you don't get no right for grumble about corruption as alone, because in your small corner outside you day, you're not able to be corrupt free. If they demand transparency from government or from other people, are you also transparent in the relationships that you are in? Are you also transparent in your workplace, or you dealings the way they do? How much transparency are you showing? If you can't show that level of transparency, then can you really demand transparency from anybody else? So in we own life, Salone as a society not come on a heaven and drop. Now we all make up Salone. We all together will form a society. So individually in we own life, if we set a very high standard for aspire to, if you tell yourself say 2024 will they cancel, I want left for Lai Lai, 2024 will they cancel, I want left for Chak Chak, 2024 will they cancel, I want for be the person will go be a good role model where everybody will able look up to and say, oh, this man really don't turn around in life, or this woman don't turn around in life. And look now, they aspire for be a honest person and live decently. If we all decide for live so, then Salone as a society will be better. Because what you don't know is what we get now with politics today, where some people not like now a microcosm of society. Now from society come out, and not just come up and for done. Now we reflection of society. So if we individually will try for be better people, will try for aspire for do better, will try for be good example, then it just means say we all as a country, society will progress, society will change, we as people will be better, politics will be better, governance will be better, and every other thing as well just go fall in place. This is the Epic Morning Show. Stay with us.
Small, you dey pan boku talk. Here the white, you dey pan boku talk. Wetin you dey talk, you not able for do am. 419 don't mix up you pay. When the Mosi pass, he say na you uncool. When all my G pass, he say let them hide you. Fireman pass, he say na you get am. When you go lent, he say you buy am here. 419 don't turn over the country. You wait then knock down, you not loser. So not sit down, then wappy down. Not just a game, not just a game. 419 I say not just a game.
Powder milk now they carry tasty creamy goodness for your breakfast and snacking moments. With any packet of cowbell milk powder you add to your food, you they give your body a creamy goodness blend of vitamin A, C, D, E, and K for general well-being, and vitamin B9 for healthy brain development. Cowbell milk powder now with creamy goodness. Now quality milk powder we recommend for you and your loved ones during breakfast and snacking moments every day. They also get the 3-in-1 cowbell coffee, cowbell choco, and your favorite cowbell strawberry. Buy and enjoy the new creamy goodness of cowbell every day from all provision shops nationwide. For wholesale, visit the office at 51 Frobe Road, Freetown, or call us on 077 250025 or 099 250025. Cowbell powdered milk, the perfect companion at breakfast and snack times. Cowbell, a creamy.
It's Epic Radio.
For the last 18 months, we don't try for change your currency from the old loans to the new loans. While we are slashing some zeros from the current currency, I mean, you will continue the economic analysis, but it's been dubbed as zeros of shame, and hopefully it will boost the morale of the money on everybody who possess them. But it might not change anything significantly. But we don't postpone the transition already to the new currency twice now in the last 17 months. The new date for this money now for make a stop for going to circulation at December 31st, which is just basically just a bit over 2 weeks from now. But because of this, there is crisis in banks. A lot of the banks they now not get enough enough new currency for give customer them. So it means if you want to go withdraw bulk cash, a lot of money, you want to do a lot of transactions, then get for basically negotiate with you and tell you say we can only give you this money, and it means say you can't get access to your money. For the one them na ATM as well, not able to withdraw as much as them able to trade because of the shortage of the new money. Nigeria already don't go through this crisis last year, and it was brutal. Sierra Leone as well last December, and the December before that, we went through this crisis, and it was also brutal. Now with December means a lot of people want for spend, a lot of people get money for spend, but they can't spend if they don't have access to their money. A lot of business people as well have to do business, but they can't do that if they don't have access to their money. So all of this as well gets economic implications. But stay with we will be discussing this morning with Lawrence Williams, of course, the proprietor of Freetown Post, and then Justice Ganawa as well, who is the lead economist at IGR. And don't forget, do transaction with BNB wherever you do with the BNB Cash App and the BNB POS. Now it's easy for make even you become an agent, cash money, withdraw money, cash code, and do other financial transactions like paying for your subscription, buying electricity, and all of those things. So wherever you are now, make use of this opportunity. Just go to the Google Play Store now, download the app, or you go to the Apple Store if you're an Apple user, and download the app. It's easier, it's faster, and it's also very, very convenient. And don't forget that December 16 Carnival has now been postponed until further notice. Yes, the Epic Carnival will be supposed to come to you basically on Saturday this week, but unfortunately we had to postpone it. And of course, the Bon Bash as well have also been postponed. So those two events, we will announce a new date for them in the coming week. So just stay tuned for that. And don't forget, your ticket is still valid. We don't raise ticket prices, and your tickets are still valid if you don't buy tickets already. All right, let's go straight into a conversation here this morning. Good morning, Mr. Ganawa.
Good morning, Jawad.
Okay. This episode of follow transition to new money, it don't say who they do this dance here now. And of course, we are at a point who say it don't start all over again with the money shortage. Why do you think this is a recurring theme that we don't have enough money for go through this transition without draw?
Right. So, firstly, I know based on my last conversation, which was on Thursday last week with the director of banking at the central bank, then say we get plenty couple. Then prepare for this particular rollout. That means by the 31st of December, we'll get enough new loans for make we not get any pressure in terms of with him like be happen the last time we will not be get enough money. They don't learn from now the lesson day. They say this time around they get enough money. So now that's not the stance of the central bank in terms of the availability of the new loans. So I think say if we all learn the constant and believe say not true, anytime you want to do this thing, you get things so they always they happen. So in we case na Salonia, I think say na the SPP approach in terms of the shocks and I don't make we get this situation we don't get to. So what we mean by SPP? So the SPP na in this week context here, the S they stand for the seasonality when at December, the demand for goods and services always high in December in any country where you go, because na particular time everybody, the poor people say they make sure say they eat good food and all and things, and they go for buy clothes for their kids and all. And because we know say even besides redenomination, we don't face this problem here mostly when it comes to December in terms of the pressure on the demand for the loan. Then the second thing when I in the other P, I will call it in the policy shock. You know why we call on the policy shock? Well, at this stage now we call on the operation shock, because anytime when you announce this money where they exist, they go off, naturally it tend for be like we get a bank run. And Salone, one problem we get to refer to as logistical nightmare in terms of places the Musai commercial banks and they, even though the central bank in the wisdom decide for use even the rural community banks them for let them make sure say this particular thing will be under control, but me and you know say the rate at which funds them available at the provinces na challenge. So this issue of the policy, as long as you mention say the deadline they can, people they rush. So that's now the other, now the first P.
And it possible say that rush they perhaps don't create shortage?
Yeah, well, now the three reasons in way they really cause the shortage in the context, and the other one are this the political instability. So the CPP and the SPP basically, when you look at Salona, then reasons they cause the shortage, assuming within the central bank they say it's true, and I know say it's true because this don't happen once. They don't learn from the lesson, so I should say they get enough money. So now this issue or this coup just happened November 26. You observe say so many people now choose for go take money, let it in a hand, rather than the money in a bank, because you're not even sure say tomorrow morning you go grab ala in the country, I will forget. So coupled with the demand for money when for December. And the shock where they lead to bank run, where they don't talk say na the 31st, na the deadline. So now bank rush day.
So all of those factors combined together.
Combined we make we get this particular shortage here. But in terms of saying na the availability na the problem, even when you talk to commercial banks then the same assurance that they tell you say the central bank see then get enough money way for able for make this rollout take place. But these challenges now them make we day in the situation where we day so. But the central bank, based on this thing, because these are all things that we be to say whenever we meet people, they discuss, they say these are some of the challenges that we'll have. So I think say they get a responsibility now for make sure say they improve on a transmission mechanism. That is to say the rate at which they distribute monies into the commercial banks and even the community banks and for up a little bit. I make us say Salone will get logistical nightmare. This country for distribute things across the country, even couple is difficult. So now in one thing with the central bank, I think say for the things they need for do. But in terms of waiting the credit shortages, now them particular things here really now the cause the shortage here.
And I mean, some few months ago the bank we don't really invest in the switch system, when the national switch system. So now for make sure say we societies as cashless as possible, and how much of a help or challenge if you to say this for be at a time like this.
So the national switch I want to all be the campaign for, but you know as a central bank, then get a responsibility for create the infrastructure backbone when the national switch. Then it depends now on the level of the private sector involvement in making sure we get different products and wherein but you want to do a POS for the use rather than we still do, because orange money we people can talk me for me now no, because orange money want to send to you and use and you get for go cash. So it's still like the cash business still in play. Whilst the innovative platforms and way for be set up by private individuals at the tech world, way for able for thrive the process of the national switch. Now really no they make any progress. Then we'll take into consideration Nigeria. Nigeria don't make significant progress in terms of the digital money transfer platforms. They don't make significant progress. But whenever they announce, as I talk to you so now, the central bank governor don't decide for extending the time for the cancellation of the old naira in Nigeria. Now just give you one case study. When the pressure day, Zenith Bank, almost a month then up, a crash. Because you know, so when they want for when they want for pull the old currency, everybody they rush for calm and use the platform because cash not be available. Nigeria now, if you go now, I get a colleague where they do PhD in Nigeria. Omer and they talk, all this topic come up best at the mayor and they talk. I just pass this to them. They say he wants money. And they go now at the bank, now little of the money in any day. You get some restaurant and they say you want to go eat there. Then they tell you if you don't get cash, transfer no they allow. Because the platform they now don't be so choked now, the users they don't plenty, understand. But salon, we never reach on a level we go say how many people they use electronic means for and do transaction. The infrastructure, the backbone don't be set by the central bank for which we'll be happy when because we don't push them. Nothing will be feel safe. Now me cook it up about this policy sequences say. Therefore, we don't launch this switch, create the enabling environment around the private sector in order for them to see it as a lucrative business, set up their different platforms there. That means which you don't do. You don't create a situation where the pressure on the cash don't be limited because you know we get a culture. Salon man, if you know all money na the work, you know they even feel say get money. So that culture, that cultural shift day from this paradigm to another one, not be to say need a lot of sensitization. But you find out say the sensitization they go on, but it's really limited because people are not even understand the nitty-gritty of waiting actually they happen. Some man feel say this is money after the 31st, the money become useless to them. You don't even know say after the 31st, you get an opportunity, 3 months, where you go able to go to the banks and go exchange. Money. Then after that, now the central bank, after that 3 months, the central bank forever, then go always get the platform where you go change your old loan. People don't know Nandi because the sensitization very low. So if I now say now it creates this panic now we don't get so much pressure on the demand for money, where not be most of the demand for money, not be as a result of the 3 reasons why people are the demand for money for transactional purpose, not to only but people they demand for money for, not to for speculative purpose, and not to for precautionary purpose. People are the demand for money now because they just feel say no more. This me all I get. They will get an attitude in this country for keep money in us. Sierra Leoneans, most people believe for keep money in us than even with the influx of the Nigerian banks. So when you take all of them factors there, you find out say the central bank need for engage private tech people because going cashless now one major thing we will help for reduce the pressure on this and also the transmission mechanism and the sensitization need for be up and running so that the bank only they happen also. I see people that they want to go to bank for go take money. That's what you want with money. Hey, they say this old money after the 31st is not useful again. I don't want to say to the 31st, the pressure go in at the bank saying, so I won't now go take me. You see the mentality of people.
Yeah. And Lawrence, good morning and welcome to the show. And why should we talk? Ganawa mentioned a very important point, trust bank with money, because for a lot of the, firstly, bank then they struggle for get customers, generally, because of the attitude for let people and keep money in the house. But waiting they happen now, just they reinforce that attitude, because if I go and able to get me money, it just they give me more and more encouragement for keep me money in our house.
That is a problem we start, I would say, intensified during the time when they introduced the redenomination of the loan. You remember even a week after the new loans came into effect, within that 1 week, 2 week period, there was cash shortages in the banks. In fact, maybe right on that. And to the point that people, so even me myself, personally, I was affected. You can imagine I go to a bank, go for go pull around 6 million loans, old loans, and the bank will only offer me 2 million. Get for sort of, because I needed the money at that time, desperately needed it. So get for small chamot kaisai, argument kaisai, so we'll go up to the boss and everything, they authorize them. Then can give me the money. So down there alone, they create panic in the minds of people, particularly down the way the bank, You can imagine if you get your money, you go put them, then you need them now. Mind you, see that bank they charge interest for that money they keep to them. Then get then text messages whether they send, whether they deduct certain costs at the end of every month, and all. We send check that they deduct the back as well. Then get all of those costs when in the bank they make money per. Then you go now for go withdraw your money. Then you cannot actually be granted access for withdraw the amount we go for withdraw, even though you get that kind of money inside the bank. So definitely, they create panic, a natural, and of course this is not festive season. People then get for do a lot of things with money. Some anger for changing fittings, you know, the la-di-da and all of those stuff. So people get putting a lot for those money. But my worry is, we then give this deadline. At 31st, on 31st December, the old loan, they cease to be a legal tender. But that don't mean say you no can exchange them with commercial banks inside the new year. But the point is, if you don't put a deadline, my expectation is that whether all loan year they go inside the banks, they're not for the commodity again. But you would agree with me by observation that if you go to a bank now all loan back that they give you. So the old loan seems to be more in circulation than the new loans. And that begs the question of how much of the new loans or the redenominated currency was printed. It may interest you to know that the IMF insist on the Bank of Sierra Leone for do a kind of audit, if you like, on this whole redenomination process. They did that one. That was part of the 8th review. They did it, and part of the condition before IMF approved the release or disbursement of the final 20 million under the ECF was that that report should be presented to the House of Parliament. The Bank of Sierra Leone actually did table the report to Parliament. By law, whether an audit report, whatever report, the moment such reports are being tabled in Parliament, automatically it becomes a public document. Unfortunately, very unfortunately, they presented that report to Parliament. BSL has failed to upload that report on their website for make the public access them. Equally so, the Parliament of the Republic of Sierra Leone has failed to debate or make that particular, the content of that publication the public. They're not even debate it. They're not even talk about it. No nothing. So there is some kind of suspicion, in my view, that the content could be so damning, they don't want them for be available in the public space.
And I come to that point because along the way, everybody get for wonder if central bank they say we get enough money, and then you go to the banks and the banks in reality not get enough money. Then along the way you begin for wonder whether we actually get enough money as central bank they claim for let them go through this transition process, because it have to explain along the line how is it that people can't get access to them full resources with them want time.
So I continue for all the central bank constant, because not to just private conversation, the director of banking don't make it crystal clear, and even the PRO of all the commercial banks at the country don't make it crystal clear say enough money for do the rollout. Now, what me they look at now the strategies, because all of within they happen so they talk, so these are things maybe to say we don't they talk even before this period. When you do roll out, what are the possible challenges and what could be done understand, to mitigate those challenges in order for it not to impact negatively on the economy. Now that's nine at the bottom line of even with discussion here. So now, when the central bank say they get plenty money, we do for the rollout. The reason why I tend for believe now simply because we don't get a new governor and they not be under any duress, any under pressure for let them take the 31st as the deadline. In redenominating, you have the opportunity based on what obtains. You get the latitude or the flexibility for let you for push your deadline. As I mentioned to you, Nigeria just don't announce, don't push, because then CC the thing not able for all water now. Even though we then get a more improved digital system in terms of money transactions, then choose for push them. So if plenty couple already with all of the challenges the way they know say Naim Beam stop the last one, then they make and say they don't learn from the last thing will be happen. Now these are sensible human beings. Understand? They're very rational, educated, professionals. Then it's not to politics until you go say, oh, one for do this, forget a political, not to politicians. If then they make this statement over and over, say, then get enough money for do the rollout, and even the commercial bank representative when they talk, man, they say enough money there. Then are the all and constant and do the analysis on the things where I think say practically, not a theory, when are they responsible for make waiting they happen so they happen so.
And when the last bank governor, Professor Morana Kalon, when he tried for rollout, a lot of us were complaining whether we not able move too fast with this redenomination process. Do you think that is also the case still, that we move into this phase without us being fully prepared?
So I think firstly, to me, it's a shame for within this early period there, we don't begin get this kind situation. It's a shame, you know, with you going back to the drawing board, saying that you are now coming to do this all over finally. I know they expect this thing for start so early. But again, I mentioned some things, we get a problem. You talk about this report, the reason we cannot be everyone for mention the the reports now, because to me, I say and say, me not even blame the bank of the central bank in no form or shape. The one the winner, the people in the vote for represent we na the country in terms of for make law. If a document is in front of you, you know they do we favor for talk bottom. Just like waiting they don't do the audit report over the years and they talk bottom. Now that kind of thing. So like me don't look the time now for talk about thing parliament we for the do the green do. But to be realistic here, we really know be apt in terms of how we roll out this particular thing. Because we don't get all of the challenges that we happened the last time. Why is it that now, when we just don't mention them? So you define out, say, go to the banks and now. You, the points and way I don't talk about, maybe what I said don't carry reinforce them, where they talk about the festive time, this coup d'etat, where make people, plenty of people that want money. These are all things the way the central bank know before they announce this thing. Say people are for demand for more money December, you have forget that bank, that panic, that bank run. The last time what happened to me, brother, where you go to a bank, you need 6 million only on, you go then just get 2. If you not to somebody be to say get certain level to be able for facing them, able for making them go there, not for being getting money. Where all of the consequences then they go back to the business, so even they affect even the revenue mobilization by NRA. Because when money not there for what we consume, it means NRA not there forget much in terms of the revenue collection. The consequences then so there, but this don't happen. We not even forget a situation where the central back for count to the people engage all the public media houses then like una them reputable one the way people they listen to. Come here, go to other stations, talk to people that they're able to know within the challenge. Then in terms of the disbursement to the commercial banks, because one thing, even if they increase the disbursement, if the pressure continue for the in terms of the demand, we always see a situation like say money no day. It's so simple. Now look at you produce drinks for sell the people of this country. You dey produce the quantity wey be to say enough for serve salon for the next 1 year. You dey na your warehouse. But if the people way the normal way them plant buy, then decide now for change them pattern, then shift from the normal demand now to a higher demand. You always you go again na your store, na your shop. You always go to one less than when people can have to begin rational among your customers. Then no means say you not get enough. So it means say the issue of sensitizing people, let people know say
that the pattern of demanding for money
don't change significantly. But this always go happen if you fail for do the groundwork when enter the sensitization. We keep on saying it. Ghana, there are challenges, but because there are the difference what I don't see between Ghana, Nigeria, and most other countries, then Ghanaians believe in sensitizing the populace about something to a level you engage with them. Now the country now one the way they want for like I remember there was a time I spent some period in Ghana where this is a health insurance scheme where they may want for do some adjustment into it. They talk about and say Jawara nobody even listen to the news again and the radio. You know they don't want to know level we say everybody you and even the Uber driver say what be the take where be the complain because the sensitization continually be the go on naturally them can reach now. Even then, now not the complain again. No, it has been understood. Now, blah 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 blah. Because they may force them, feel say like nah,
there's a problem of understanding.
Yeah, but we don't get some.
But you know, there is a concern. I mean, you just mentioned that we talk about people. There is higher demand for money.
Yeah.
But again, if you look the World Bank update, economic update for October, it tells you that purchasing power don't drop significantly. So as much as there is high demand for money,
but not there isn't purchase really.
Yeah, but there isn't much transaction buying and selling going on.
Now that's make I say. So when you look at the pattern for demand for money.
So is it that not
the transactional
purpose? Not so for transactional purpose.
I mean, if you be there earlier, I mentioned about the coup data. So because of that, Lawrence, if you use forget just 2-3 million that you owe. And what happens in the country, all other rational now go want to get more money than you. It's just natural. Because you see and say, okay, the how the country they go to la old money. And no means I need for go buy now. Are the only money? Then you find out say, where you only money now? If anything happen, you go for wash for go buy stuff there rather than you go to a bank to now process it for like getting money. So the demand for money, that make us say today we come on and I talk to you. It's just practical. The demand for money, Lawrence, now for let people not to say they want for buy plenty, but now for ensure say they get enough.
Then another point again where I think so we need for hammer on. You remember when the redenominated currency came into force? Within that 2-week period, when we get that cash shortage, the bank governor then bank governor gonna TV and talk say people withdraw over 800 million new loans, which is about 800 billion old loans, and that they could not trace, then huge exchange they will take place.
That huge withdrawal, can't inside back the banking system.
Yeah, so for me, that was a catch. The bank, according to the Banking Act, the bank, BSL get the power for institute such investigations. And it's very irrational or absurd for think or suggest say transactions of that nature go take place within the banking environment, within the banking circles, yet there is no paper trail as to who, withdrew what and what amount and what. You get me? There is no paper trail as to who that they actually make the withdrawals today. So for me, I think that if they were actually serious about it, that they for don't actually force them or push them or compel them for do some kind of investigation. Because mind you, the bank governor, they don't talk about, say, people that they hoard the loans. And by my observation, it seems to be true. I can tell you, say, plenty of them business system, whether they are Lebanese businesses, whether they are Indian businessmen or whatever. Believe me, if now we no more yana salary, if now be EFCC in Nigeria, we may get believe you from don't trade small. Because what they do, they get money store. But how they tell you so? Some man then get the money, they pack them like cartoons, they store and they host, they pull them from where they don't sell party, then get a small amount so that they go left in a bank or whatever. Now they keep the money now they host them. So that they starve the banking system, that they starve them from the required cash. That they sell and what have you, that they keep the money now, put on a cartoons, then they go. Now, when I'm rather unfortunate, we not get that effective and policy oversight, effective should I say, interagency collaboration for let you for roll out some of those investigations. Stop them places and they go to their offices, them go to their business places, they open online stores. What have you be surprised by the time? Me as person where they work with some of them person and they don't tell me that one, and I have no reason to doubt that person.
All right, stay with me. I mean, we are still on this morning subject, and we'll come for discuss this more after this break. Let us spend some money.
Do you want to be your own boss? Or do you want to add more services to your business? Then look no further, because BNB is here for you.
What do you mean?
With BNB, you can now make money with just your smartphone. With the new revolutionary app, BNB POS, you can do remittance, bill payments, EDSA airtime top-up, and many more. All this from your smartphone, anywhere you want.
This sounds great.
That is not just all. The app also features real-time agent rebalancing and reconciliation.
Oh wow. But how can I get the BNB POS and start making my own money?
It's so simple. You can download the application on App Store or Google Play Store. Just search for BNB POS and download. Then call our customer service on 072 500 000, and within a short period of time, our agent will help you for the onboarding process.
Wow, no time to waste. Let me do this right away.
Oh yes, start making money today from anywhere in Sierra Leone. For more inquiries, contact our customer service on 072 500 000.
With BNB POS, you shop na your pocket. Epic Radio, so refreshing.
So creamy, so good.
Cowbell powder milk now they carry tasty creamy goodness for your breakfast and snacking moments. With any packet of cowbell milk powder you add to your food, you dey give your body a creamy goodness blend of vitamin A, C, D, E, and K for general well-being, and vitamin B9 for healthy brain development. Cowbell milk powder now with creamy goodness. Now quality milk powder we recommend for you and your loved ones during breakfast and snacking moments every day. They also get the 3-in-1 cowbell coffee, cowbell choco, and your favorite cowbell strawberry. Buy and enjoy the new creamy goodness of cowbell every day from all provision shops nationwide. For wholesale, visit the office at 51 Frobe Road, Freetown, or call us on 077 250025 or 099 250025. Cowbell powdered milk, the perfect companion at breakfast and snack times. Cowbell, a creamy goodness.
1xBet is offering a mind-blowing hyper bonus. Get ready for a gaming experience like no other. Place an accumulator bet and watch your winning soar with our 100% bonus. That's right, 100%. So what are you waiting for? Visit 1xBet.cg today. Use promo code HYPERSL to get 200% bonus up to 2,800 Leon and take advantage of our unbeatable hyper bonus from 1xBet.
Orange, we busy but we customizing freedom. Now we glad for bring to you we new and sober offer. You inside this we one in town offer, you get the rights for pick the voice or data bundle where fits your lifestyle. Yes, now so it be. We dey make communication winner for you wangling. It no matter if you not posting we like long talk or posting we like for browse boku. You there for you. But up all this, you get to run no by SMS where you know they pay for. We don't add the magic and this gladdy. You mean say better thing day for all man. Ladida they are for you. Dial *889# for begin.
Orange.
All right, welcome back. This is the Epic Morning Show, and we are back talking about the money crisis with banks and the face as we try for transition into from the old to the new loans. But one of the things that as well, we at some point the central bank do when they first try for redenominate, now for track the money them. So for example, they say at some point they put a cap on how much you go withdraw, and they say if you come back the same week or something like that for can withdraw similar amounts, you for show who side that other one go. In a way for attempt for able to track whether that money they would then pull into the banking system, it also pass through banks and for do other business.
So when you look at the banking, the central bank only gets control over the money that they continue where they go through the formal system. Anyone know they go through commercial bank, they don't get nothing. That make even in the creation of money, where the commercial banks they do now, all the money they go through them. So when you look at we country for talk, for initiate something, very good. When the minister say you get a particular amount of money, for me now not be make a lot of sense because people who they do big businesses. I remember there was one for paying immediators. They were not able to get money for pay them because the money them in and they give it not be rich. The cap being so low, 100 million at that time. Now be small money we want for pay plenty people them. So then imagine we talk about this digital business who not able to make progress in terms of money transactions. Now they do that in the any time where the central bank think of something, they initiate them. After 2-3 days, it go into oblivion. Nobody know they talk about it again. Because when you look at this entire thing, even though they say they learn lesson, if Lawrence mentioned this issue of this 800 million, when I be huge amount of money, not to one person, not to two person, understand? Then get record of everybody, we go take the money. Bank, nobody they go take money, we not get record. Then get record of everybody. Ganawa go withdraw 100, Jawad withdraw, Lawrence withdraw, Vandy all withdraw, all the records see. Them records there of them money, it be so huge, then the period be so short. We assume it's in a bank run. But me and you know say not feasible for any kind amount of money they go come on at the banking system, able for resurface again, and even create problem for like let them say okay, let me use the old loans back and the new loans. It really shows say we get a fundamental problem with we regulators that we not the central bank. If you that kind of thing they don't make, I'm telling you, you get one of them be really how they call it conspicuous where we got a huge amount of money then they because in 2 weeks you know tell me say now 1 million if they withdraw like now 1 million as small money we look at in 2 weeks period in 2 weeks period na 10 days because the weekend send it out. Now if you people are withdraw that kind amount of money they to the system in 2 weeks they were unable for watch them when they will be conspicuous the way people notice say this is so huge for like come on whose kind of business so then people had to do. If now this kind of business they do, how they withdraw this money? All they want buy, all they want for import. They don't need that money. They dollar they need. So why this huge amount of money? Then we do an investigation. Law assume say yes. They ever talk to anybody in the country? Nobody no know. Then the same thing back they happen back. I'm telling you, this shortage don't begin. So if you check back, you will find out say salon almost people are really the bank out of the population. I don't get statistics here, but I'm telling you. We not even reach 40% of who get bank account. And most of them who get bank account, now very few back they will get that kind of huge money inside it. Because how much people they earn? What are the basic minimum what they pay people? If they give 5,000 units, how much you be able for save panani? Where you get things same for take care of. So if I find out say the pressure, they say the pressure. Now few people businesses then and then get some kind of couple where they create this particular conundrum or the season of the country. There is no way for like you tell me say for more this thing to happen, me not go take any kind of amount of money. I don't get that kind of money they say for I go take it. Understand? You don't go take that kind of money. Almost suppose you don't go take that kind of money. Wait for credit shortage here. You go to a bank for go take money. It takes like when me brother mentioned 6 million. Man, I don't know see man the man will get money at the country. No. So from this one and I want to buy fair now. I get for the call you and say Lawrence. This just the show no more. If you have 6 million, if this man go take. Now small money now one day when you look at the huge amount of money will be disappearing at the system. But no, nothing will be done fundamentally for able to check. It mentions something sensitive, say if we get EFCC. We get ACC now, Salon. Understand?
We get FIU.
Yeah, we get FIU, we get ACC. Then 2 institutions there, with all of the international ranking that they praise we, say we do well. Where you go Jabba, that they praise Salon, say FIU they do well. Where you go MCC, that they praise ACC, say we do well. Now some of them things here, we can call whistleblowers. Like what you man don't talk so now. Some of them things are just try for probe and see what's in the happen. Because how you go see people that do business, now they get the money. All the way to the fence, so you want to buy anything, and then you go give back the money. Now small left now we account for just manage with life say for eventuality. So if the people who get this money, we don't get situation like this, say most of the money they know they can't go into the banking system, they keep on at their host them. If they keep on at their host or wherever they keep on, it help for put pressure on the central bank. the central bank for able to collaborate with the
Commercial banks.
the commercial banks and that of the how for column FIU and ACC for mount some investigation. Let them go to them places there. Why for keep this kind of money that you owe? Yeah, because at the end of the day, if you don't think here, I keep on talking. Say mostly we talk theory. That's make I only talk theory while they teach in a college. Why are not they teach in a college? Are they don't look at the practicality of them things here? I'm telling you, all the fine details in the economic literature, you go still do them because the fundamental things here, when the things really they disturb with day-to-day activities, is still there. You go find out you will report. Let's take for example, don't forget about the Lebanese, the Alpha column, the Indians. Don't we even go to the Sierra Leoneans? People know they do orange money. People who do them BO business, them money transfer. Understand? Their remittance is them. When you go to them people and they get money, they get cash. There was a time where
they almost always get more money than
banks. Where cash shortage be there. Now somebody say, if you go to the bank, you don't get money. They say, but they send money for me mommy to them people. Them one know they do their remittances there. Huge amount of money. When you go to a bank, there is no way, no matter how influential you be in a particular period, you don't even forget that bank in our amount there. We'll go to the man, me and the mommy, we'll go there and give you the money. So you know, this is just the show say the banking system, if a central bank they really regulates them remittance businesses there, how on earth will get more money than the commercial banks? When they really not their job now for make sure say people will withdraw and deposit. When you go for go deposit, it's fine. When you go for go withdraw, it becomes problem. So these are problems so don't continually they happen. What's in the central bank and other authorities they do? Because if you know they do them things here, a man out they just give a way for put you under pressure every other time for can't talk on one issue. It don't make sense for like I don't talk on the denomination at this country more than 50 times now. Now different media houses there. I will continue for the talk on one thing over and over.
And speaking about this is December, there is a lot of willingness on the part of a lot of people for letting spend money. Of course, like when they talk, people can get for do, some people get for buy dress, change their fitting. For the whole year, people can save really for spend on December. And it means a benefit for the economy because people get some disposable income out of them savings them for spend. But if money not available, it means that expenditure not going to happen now in December. How bad could that also be for the economy?
Number one, first, there is a kind of frustration, feeling where the individuals that they get, especially where you know, so you get XYZ amount in the bank, you want for spend for those XYZ things. So tell you want to make birthday, or you want to make some chilling, or you want so tell wedding good day, or so tell you want to take your family out on a treat or what have you. You know, you don't promise them throughout the year, whatever. The time don't reach now, then you can't begin give excuses or begin pulling a story. So there is a whole lot of psychological impact on the individual as a whole or the families as a whole. But besides that, the economy right now is in turmoil. One, of course, this attempted coup, where that happens to, and the curfew, of course, the curfew is very, not something very sensitive and essential for security purposes. But again, I could tell you that the tourism industry, for example, they lost a lot at this time. Imagine if people are not the plan for can spend holiday. Nobody can spend holiday outside coffee. Nobody can spend holiday outside. Security no okay. There are security threats, there are security concerns, or what have you. Nobody know they can sign it. I know that this guy self can do. They get one. We can do the Caribbean. We they call. Caribbean concert where people can come out from different places in the Caribbean. You know, they can cancel alone, spend huge money or what have you. So in hotels they lost, restaurants they lost, beach bars or what have you. So it means that even governments said they lost revenue. Because money not there for let people and spend. And there isn't much transaction going out there. There isn't much business transaction going out. Because now where I sell, now they're able for generate revenue. A government able for tax me, but if I know they sell, so if my sales don't drop from 100,000 to 20,000, it means that 20,000 in a day government get for tax for that pay. But wise if I sell 100 and this time when I first season I expect I for sell like then 200, 300, 400, it means I sell more, government get more tax. So the less amount of goods or transaction will take place, the less tax government get. So it's also affecting government revenue. And when, why I mentioned AFCC, I mean, you highlight a very significant point. We get ACC, we get FIU, we get CID, we get this, we get that. Those ones are all fine. Let's just take, for example, right now there's an issue, EcoBank, NRA. We all know the saga. This is not government revenue. This is not government money. 9 people allegedly connived and conspired together and thief. According to reports, over 50 billion leons. Tell me, this is not government money. If not sober entity we get, you no need for let person go lay complaint say they don't thief this kind of money. So the fact that you see such reports in the media, it should compel you to institute an investigation on your own volition because you have the power to do that. But no. So that okay, what they call the whole thing about corruption is about perception. With perception about corruption high, no, perception is that corruption not low. So it's just for example, during, let's say, would they put out negative news? Oh, salon corrupt, oh, they thief here. The perception about thieving in that particular country, it grow, it high. So the ACC, of course, they get a very robust communications wing. That they put out positive news every now and then. So the impact on that negative perception what people get and bring out some positive.
And quickly speaking about spending disposable income in December, I was wondering if we're not able to spend December, could that be a good thing for January? Because January really dry. A lot of people they refuse for spend on January, but if they're not able to pick up a lot of them cash this December, they might have excess in January.
One thing I want to know that December gets in aura. Not December, what they say December. Before I answer this, I just would do a study now. As the consultants in economics, we get enumerators, they collect data on businesses, both formal and informal. We want to look at the impact of this thing on the economy. Let's just give you some findings. The hotels and one particular hotel, they say 50% of the reservations they may make, they don't cancel. Understand?
That's huge.
Yes. So if it continue like this, it means it get to be worse off. Then now, ECOWAS say that they can't deploy people. Anytime you say they deploy a force, it simply means I must see or something. So that's all the held back for scary people. So if you save your money this December, January, whether you like it or not, the lad that way in December. Mind you, in December, for offices and get a holiday. So offices go, no time not in at the year we see, then they say from the 22nd to January something now at the open. No, they ever see any institution. Not so. No time not in at the year we get a period. So then period, then they naturally, you know way they work with, they get small couple, then get the laxity for let them enjoy the small money they don't defend. So if you don't make nothing happen December, January, it will be as I be because you know we left for go keep that business. Yeah. Then every time they cancel programs, it gets a lot of ramifications. So not good in no form or shape for the organizers them. Because mind you, the people who organize look like my foundation. I get a dinner. Yeah. I choose for don't postpone until January. One, the curfew not being a major something. Two, the security situation at the country not stable as it's supposed to be. So what's in there happen? Consumption way for take place. Not they take place. Then mind you, people away for be attend my program this December. We don't come already. Not get for able for attend my program. So I don't make some economic loss where they trickle down to every aspect. So in terms of we saying because people don't get access to the money, where you don't get access to the money, what you do now? The confidence in the banking system and they reduce. And if it continue for reduce, mind you, but we human beings we get what we call stereotype thinking. If you don't get a perception about Jawad, it's only the grace of God. And so much talking, now going to make you change your perception about Jawad. Now so within a salon. So if people don't get access to the money, they say and say now a pattern. Say anytime you see December they come,
Money no dey.
Money no dey. So thing dey happen now. From November now, you don't begin to get scarcity of money now at the banks because people are not going to rush in for the money. And beaucoup people are not going to choose for go put some money in a bank. Yeah. Mind you, beaucoup people don't get money for go in a bank. So if you get small money, you will say, anytime I want me money, na problem for la get. Now if you don't decide say now we fall, you can go chill. In a particular period, we need money for all go na the place, or all go na number 2 for all go enjoy. Then money not available. Next time, I go put me money in the bank. Now that's the average Sierra and they think. That's what we think in this country.
Okay.
So it make a lot of sense for then create a platform let the money available. Don't forget about an idea. Say, keep an now January we go enjoy a lie.
All right, let's hear from our public as well. 079994993. See Vincent waiting and thoughts about that money crisis they go born in. Hello. Yes, sir. Padauda, welcome.
Then they go take. Hello?
Yeah, go on. We'll get you.
You know, because of this school, I mean, if me afraid because of security, what they do? If I get any money, I go left in a bank, where it's secured, so that any wrong can I go wrong go, when wrong done, I come back, I go take me money in a bank.
Okay.
Now also they keep there's a business people, then they keep cartons of money inside their house. If that money then not house, thief man can enter or fire accident take place.
Thank
you. See with.
Thank you very much. Let's keep it 60 seconds as well. 079994993. I want to hear from more people here. And later as well, we are also going to talk to the Bank of Sierra Leone as well. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm John from Jones.
Welcome, John.
Yeah, to be frank enough, if I put my money in a bank, then I want them and not get them. The next time I go afraid for go keep them. But I'm glad for we panel them like and actually I can learn from them anything. But as you say, na practical talk, then we talk. And the practicality is that now the purchasing power of people it don't drop. I don't know for Una, but for me, I not see anybody way the painting us for this Christmas. I don't know for Una young area. That means to say the people that already sell paints and other accessories them, it don't drop. So it's very difficult. John from Jones.
Thank you very much, John. Let me hear from more people here. 079994993. Have you faced the money challenges at the bank at the moment, and how are you coping? Good morning.
Good morning, Jawad.
Yes, Constantine from Three Plans. You're welcome.
God bless. Jawad, yesterday, I make a point about this security situation at the country by bringing Hekumog. One thing, it make people scared away. And especially the business people. They always, them in foreign investor, they can always discourage them. They can always say Salon a volatile state or a fragile state. For me, them begin come and see like foreign God, they waiting. It discourage them for come bring the money can invest in. Then self they say they no secure. Now that make that point. They say in unnecessary make we bring that come up.
Okay.
Come for can secure. We get security. We they pay tax. Then they pay them with taxpayer money.
Thank you very much. Let me hear from more people here. 079994993. Let's hear your thoughts on these issues. I'm going to put through 2 or 3 more calls. Good morning.
Good morning, Jawad.
Yes, sir. Name us I call from.
Yes. I don't know the big one then. Enough for being easy for this old notes where they go in a bank, how they go inside. Now so they pay them out small, but no they allow them to come out. Then they put a date, say, so date, we don't want to see this money. Let the bank take responsibility for what they don't do. When the money they go inside, we don't allow for common ado. As long as you take on for pay that money they out, okay with that. Then we put ultimatum say the 31st, this money for done, where the money they out na please. When I don't release them, when I stop for release the money, small, I let na 1 year, 2 years, all paid out. Then you know we get problem in the country. Crisis no go dey. Thank you.
Okay. Wait the Baranta for, so that is always the plan. That has always been the plan, for withdraw the money small from circulation. But you're not seeing for the work at the moment perfectly. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, Bumper.
Yeah, Jawad. I want to ask Ganawa a question. Now, money not secured na the central bank. And when you look at the
what you
business
mean money not secure? What do you mean?
Secure in the sense, look like the business we then do and the transaction will take place. We are in recovery not take place.
Yeah, but don't then transaction and to central bank happen.
Yeah, but you see, now waiting them do. Now waiting the banks do, now then they we try for reflect on. And when what the area of prudency, how you feel say we go able to get checks and balance, especially at this crucial time. Then for Lawrence, you see the issue where you measure about the banks them win at the foreign bank, we they see money laundering now. They cut shortages of cash. Instead of they use the indigenous bank, then they use the foreign bank. You know, if you say then they more they affect the economy.
Thank you very much. Let me put through one last call here, 079994993, and then I'm going to come to my guest them here. Good morning.
Good morning, Jawad. This
James, you welcome.
James, yes. Now tell the gentlemen and the measure, very important, Lawrence measures. Then people where they hold the money, yeah, Jawad. Now they're responsible. Them businesses, some get vault. We know that. Then get vault where they hold their money there. And I one thing about the secret of money, as long as it get the power of the government behind us, not money. So now it make me be so just say that they all not operate. Then get way for get at them people where they hold the new notes there. Because the new notes then don't go hold. They hold on why the money don't shut down? Because government don't say now, all right, they all notes then at 31st when I begin hold them. Now the banks, the commercial bank or the central bank. Now this is the problem. For people are holding this money in them businesses, then they transact foreign foreign currency inside them because then thing and they hold the money. Send them outside. Thank you.
Thank you very much, James. Okay, that's the last call we can put through. Lawrence, your thoughts about some of the talks that we've done here so far?
Well, I'll go summarize by saying that we know they take the economy seriously. With specific reference to the subject or topic under discussion, the central bank, in my view, has not acted responsibly for address this situation. Because mind you, not so this, even before the redenomination of the loan, you remember one December way, money not day, money short until the bank governor say, well, they don't order for let them print new notes, it will cancel,
that was December 2021,
2021, yes. So, I mean, this now, it don't become a pattern because it happen almost every December now. I mean, in the last few years, it don't happen, so they become a pattern. And if that continues, I think then it will pose a significant challenge to the economy. And for me, I go on for see a situation where there could be interagency collaboration. BSL could take the lead because now they get the mandate. As per law, FIU Day, ACC Day, Police Day, see all of these bodies coming together, let them institute some investigation. Lord, no, really, who are ordinary lions? Because even before Professor Kalon was confirmed by Parliament, in where they just appoint away coming, me get a press briefing at Sludge Hall. I was there.
I was there as well.
Where he talk about this hoarding. If don't they hammer on that point,
and it was very strange for a bank governor. I mean, a bank governor appointee at the time.
Yes,
for even press conference
before Parliament to go confirm you. So I mean, it don't they hammer on that point for a very long time. Even while while SPP was in opposition, where they write some articles them. If don't they stress on that point. And he get the opportunity for actually investigate hoarding, he didn't.
And that hoarding, they really, I mean, not to excuse it, but it also just reinforced the lack of confidence in banking system. Forget the money at the time when you want them, especially in some huge volume. Why should they do business?
Well, not just reinforce lack of confidence, but I think and that pattern in that will exist for years. Businessmen they hold them believe for keep the money in their host and staff the bank institutions there. But however, where they want do where they want import or where they want loan, they want back to the banks them for take loans or whatever. They get money now also. They go to the banks and now then take loans or whatever. So really don't know. But that is just how to keep the economy in the hands of
few people.
I mean, not get the be it all and say it all in the economy. Remember when Bank Governor be all one meet you with then one they change forex na street and blah blah blah. One Fulama we been talk. He say this economy na treaty. I don't know if you call that press the way it be get during the denomination process.
Okay.
So there's a lot to be done.
Just let me hold you there because now we have the Bank of Sierra Leone on the line now. We talk to Alfred Sama, the Director of Banking Department, na the Central Bank. Good morning, Mr. Sama. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much. And so we get a situation now, Usai, the Bank of Sierra Leone, they tell you say enough money there. The commercial bank there also they tell you say enough money there, but people not able to get access to enough of the money when they want them on time. So Usai the problem there exactly?
Thank you very much. I want for the Sierra Leoneans have no say, as you don't rightly do in the intro, enough money in the country, and we not get any reason for panic. Money day we don't supply all the commercial banks them, and this fact say we don't say we dey stop for use the own money come December, January 1, 2024. Definitely we dey stop for use them because we sure say we get enough money in store and we get enough money we don't supply to the bank them, and we dey continue for supply that money to the bank them until we get rid of the old money in the system.
There is extraordinary demand for money because of different reasons. Them. So the bank then they deal with a high volume of requests for money than usual. So you know things say then they get the capacity as well for run them dry.
Well, that's on one side of the story that the extraordinary demand they make the banks and they under pressure. But any bank where they under pressure for money, they can't bank of Australia where they give them the money. We branch open, we head office open, and both offices highly stock for supply the commercial banks there on demand. That they get pressure for money, not so unusual thing for December. December always get pressure for money. But the fact that money short, no, money not short, money they enough that the bank, and we get enough that the commercial banks there, and we get enough for supply the commercial banks, the community banks, and all other financial institutions, including microfinance institutions there, for serving the people of Sierra Leone.
When they speak about money they enough, we they talk about the new currency. Do we have enough of the new currency, and when I don't issue an ultimatum to banks and for let them know give out the old currency again to people when they go for money?
That we issue the ultimatum to the commercial banks for begin issue only new money to the country. We issue that ultimatum from a position of strength. Yes, we get enough money for issue to the commercial banks for service to the people of Sierra Leone. Carry on with mandate for save money day in circulation at all times.
Yeah, but if we not address that issue, there will never be an equilibrium. The more we are going to put the money, the more some money they take and the credit and go to us, and banks will always starve, including all of us.
Well, yes, the addressing that issue not only take Bank of Sierra Leone for DRAM, it takes a lot of other agencies for DRAM. But we as a bank, we focus on we mandate enough money day at all.
And when they talk about enough circulation, how much now the volume of money, the new money, with they in circulation as a bank? Can you tell us that?
What thing I will tell you is that there is no need for the public panic. December has always been like that. But I want to assure you, say, I don't know if you were the interview me, so actually go to any bank and get the experience. Public says, no need, no day for any panic. We get enough stock that we deliberately say we not for use the old money again. No say we get stock for ensure say whatever old money in circulation, the new money enough for replace them.
Okay. Thank you very much for talking to us this morning.
Thank you.
All right, Dana Alfred Sama, Director of Banking Department, na the Bank of Sierra Leone. Ghana, what you've heard from him, it is still reassured, we say, then get enough money. But, like I say, they still not able to get a conclusive solution yet on the problem of foreign aid, say, no, so they're no more responsible.
Yeah, so, I mentioned earlier in my introduction, say, Mr. Sama don't talk over and over, and even the commercial banks say they get enough money. And I mentioned, say, as a rational human beings, as they are, they not go can put deadline with waiting me don't happen the last year, they not get enough money. So me, now that make I say I all and constant, and I believe say
you all and saying what?
Yeah, see, then get enough money. That's from where I always the all and the constant. But I think the issue of ordinary really paramount here. Lawrence don't make and clear say not to just Bank of Salon. We get other institutions in. But this is one I think say should be led because other institutions like ACC we don't get them kind of whistleblowing there too much of this. We for able for probe into them, the neighbor. I think say the central bank for able for set up a committee with then different institutions there. Let them able for know how they go able for get a roadmap. Because it's really painful for lady working at the central bank with all the meetings, with all the economists, with all the fine details so that they sit down and discuss. At the end of the day, they put this money, as you mentioned just now, as they put an assumption in the pull as they put an assumption in the pull. So at the end of the day, the finance, the efforts of the central bank, not be people don't they realize that even CC then they do good job.
And it possible say we get more money in circulation and the informal economy than the volume of money we get in a bank.
Yeah, that because Salon where you look up to 60% of economic activities and they happen at the informal sector. If you watch what's in happen at the informal sector, where they're not able to capture, it really serious. And this back, the reason where I think I'll just take 1 minute for that talk something where I think say go able to help this entire thing. You know, the central bank, when at the monetary authority, and the Ministry of Finance, are the fiscal authority, therefore they work in, they're not for the work in parallel, rather than for the work in. They forget that complementarity.
They complement each other.
Yes, effect wherein this complement this, this is complement this. Now, what's in the happen? If we try to formalize most of the businesses that were informal, that even will help back for reduce the pressure back in terms of making money that available. Now the commercial banks say. Then this issue of money laundering. That's what we say now, it didn't have the lips of so many people. Then I know this country, we see people they talk now because you go there here one side, two side. Now that make people they talk. Then people know they do money laundering. Mostly they try for let them clean the money, then just go to the bank and can't keep them back. Because you don't get that kind of activities and we do, we for make you get that kind of money. Then I don't think so we so sensitive in looking at what happen at the country, certain people and the amount of money where they go into their account. Are we questioning some of them things here? It go into the account, not kind huge amount of money, and somebody pull them back. You will not think say something fundamentally wrong. So if money laundering and this ordering of money, we not to somebody go order not to money laundering they do. If these are fundamental things, so we they keep on, they put pressure on the available loans that and we spend money. We go to call senior age. We spend money for print money. Why would they continually spend money? Then the loans they don't need another country. Now useless money where you go to another country. So why if for the even the short? If not to people in the keep them. So I think say we need for come up behind this normal thing what they do and get the appropriate authorities and for begin the probe investigation into some of the sensitive areas there in our government institutions.